Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is your guide Olena from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, with some really important and urgent news, breaking news. We have the new entry rules starting from today, the 7th of June, and you know what? These new rules imposed by the local authorities, they will make your trip to Ukraine easier and cheaper. So surprisingly good news about quarantine. So first of all, you are not required to show any COVID test result if you are already vaccinated. If you are fully vaccinated, this is what it is said in the legislation. Well, as far as I know, that means that you are required to have all 2 vaccines against COVID, right? So what you need to do when you enter Ukraine is to show that document that proves that you are fully vaccinated to the bodyguards when you cross the border of Ukraine. If you are not vaccinated yet, if you don't have that document in English, you are still required to prove that you don't have COVID. So you need to show a negative PCR test result, polymerized chain reaction test. And the another update that this time you have an alternative. You can show a rapid test result or express test result made in advance. You know, it doesn't really specify when exactly this test should be done, like express test, but from what I can read from the news, from the Ukrainian media and how I understand it myself, that means again 72 hours before your arrival, you need to pass the test. So it can be a PCR test or it can be express or rapid test for COVID. Now regarding the travel insurance, it's not really specified in these new amendments, which means probably that you are still required to have a travel insurance with you. So this is the demand requirement number 2. So this travel insurance should cover your possible COVID treatment in Ukraine, and it should be issued by a Ukrainian company or by a company that has an agreement with the Ukrainian company. Well, on my experience, the easiest way how to do it is to buy it online in advance from a Ukrainian company, and in the description you will find the link where you can do it and some other useful links. But before you go there, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Now, these rules are the same for everybody, for all foreign visitors. It doesn't matter from which country you are coming from. Is it green, is it red, doesn't matter. Yes, so we have these 2 main demands for you guys. And there are some other great news. One of them is that nightclubs are allowed to work legally. So many of those places had been working before illegally, like secretly, but now they can open their doors officially, because officially nightclubs are allowed to work in Ukraine 24/7, all around the clock, all night long. They just need to provide 4 square meters of space for each of the visitors. Now the same goes for all bars, pubs and restaurants. Before they were allowed to work only till midnight, now they can work 24/7 all around the clock. So basically nightlife is officially back to Ukraine, and if that was your reason to come, yeah, you are welcome. I have a very good guide for these nightclub tours and bar crawl tours. If you need, just contact me. Museums, entertainment centers, different entertainment and mass gatherings are allowed to work. There are some restrictions, but they are not that strict anymore. Regarding the mask, we are required to put on the mask when we are inside of the public transport, inside of the public buildings. You are not required to put it when you are outside, when you are on the street. So you see, the situation in Ukraine is better than ever before since the very start of these lockdowns and quarantine period in Ukraine. Why? Because the situation in the country has improved significantly. It is now much better than ever before. Of course, the government says it is because of their very, wise policy, because of all these lockdowns that we had before, like the last one was in April. Well, maybe, but me personally, I don't really believe in it. And I don't really think it's about vaccination neither, because yes, vaccination has started here, but it's going on very slow. So probably it had played its role, but not the main one. My personal opinion that the reason is natural. You know, simply the summertime has finally arrived in Ukraine. And you know, the summertime is the time when my children, they don't have sneezing noses, when they don't have high temperature or anything, and which just enjoy our time, our vacations. Which means we don't really know what is going to happen in autumn. So we really hope the situation will get better and it will at least stay the same, but there are no guarantees. And if you remember the last year, the summertime was quite good too, but after this in September, we had a total lockdown. Even the borders of Ukraine were completely closed for foreigners in September. I hope that will not happen again this year in 2021, but just in case, guys, right now just do it. Right now is the best time really to do it, to visit Ukraine now. So if you still have some questions, you can ask your questions in the comments of this video. In the description of this video, there are some useful links and there are my personal contacts too. But please don't contact me if you just want to have fun, okay? You can hire me as your guide, your personal guide in Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. I'm available for sightseeing, walking tours, for driving around Kyiv, and for pick-up service from the airport. It will be my pleasure to meet you personally here in Ukraine. So thank you for watching, and special thanks to my supporters on Patreon. My dear patrons, I love you. Thank you.